Payback's a bitch, isn't it? And so are you, Wade. You absolute gutless coward. You blindsided me. You took my spot. You thought you were gonna take the championship belt that I deserved. No, amigo. What happened next was I took away your advancement. Piper, think of this as getting even with Wade. And think of this as a gift from me. But that's as much as I can help. The rest of the tournament is up to you. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. I got a score to settle with. You wanna play this game, Ilson? We'll play this game. Fuck around and find out. Unlike you, who wants to attack me from behind, I'm calling you out. We have a pay-per-view coming up, Dawns of Champions. And if you have some cojones, you'll face me man to man. This beating is something that's been in your debt for a long time. You're in for a treat, young man. The mayor is in town, and he's gonna take you to Powerbomb City. Population. You. Hell, why wait till the pay-per-view? If I see you tonight, it's on sight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's edition of Fully Loaded Wrestling. My name is Valkyrie, and I am your commentator here at FLW. And ladies and gentlemen, we just saw strong words from Alan Wagner, who cost Wade Ilson his match last week after Wade stole it from Alan. And tensions have gotten quite risky between these two gentlemen. And as we just heard, Alan Wagner just challenged Wade Ilson to a match at our upcoming pay-per-view, Dawn of Champions. So we will have to wait to see if Wade Ilson responds. But for the time being, we are getting set for our first match here of the evening. We have Angelina Renee taking on the ever-flamboyant Dakota Fall. Now, Angelina Renee is on an impressive record here right now, being, I do believe, 4 wins and only 1 loss here in FLW. And Dakota Fall has a pretty even record here in FLW of his own accord. But right now, Angelina Renee is on her way to Dawn of Champions to face Megan Suzuki to decide who will be the first ever FLW Women's World Champion. Megan Suzuki had quite a few things to say to Angelina Renee last week, saying that Angelina's already acted like the belt's been given to her already, but that Angelina's reign won't even start because the era of the Joshi Punk will actually be the one starting, from what Megan Suzuki has said. So right now, in Angelina's way to the pay-per-view is Dakota Fall. Dakota Fall has a pretty impressive track record here in FLW, an even amount of wins and losses here, but he has already shown that he is not afraid to throw down with anybody that comes his way. So we will just have to wait to see how both competitors go in this match. Dakota Fall getting the crowd behind him. Last week he defeated Lenny Love in her debut match, and from what I heard, she was pretty upset that she got beat by Dakota Fall, so we don't know if we'll be hearing from her again. Hopefully we will, because she had star power. But it was an impressive win from Dakota Fall, so let's see if he can continue and keep his momentum going. Here you have Angelina, and we have Dakota Fall here. And here we go. And Angelina already on the offense with that running kick to the face. Went for the moonsault, but Dakota moving out of the way, going for a springboard of his own, not getting all of it, probably hurting himself more in the exchange than Angelina. And now the two are locking up, trying to see who gets the better of the other, and Dakota just shoving Angelina to the ground and getting fantastic offense in on Angelina Renee. And now Dakota went for corner forearm smash. Angelina moves out of the way, and the two lock up once more. Dakota with the side headlock on Angelina Renee here. Angelina shoving him to the ropes and hitting a spin kick to the gut. Dakota rolling out of the way, went for a kick, but Angelina not having it and goes for the standing moonsault, but Dakota moves out of the way. Dakota Irish whip to the outside of the ring, to the apron. Angelina with a punch of her own, and Dakota right back on the offense here. And a beautiful head scissors from Dakota Fall here, ladies and gentlemen. Dakota calling Angelina up to her feet and went for that huge drop kick, but no one was home. And with that springboard back elbow, Dakota Fall comes back, making Angelina pay for wasting a bit of time there. And Dakota already back on the offense here. Dakota, what's he looking for here? And went for that rolling leg drop and got all of it. Went for that springboard senton. Angelina rolled out of the way and answered with a springboard enziguri. And what's Dakota, that amazing Hurricanrana there, that head scissors there. And now Dakota going for the pin, going for the roll-up, one, and Angelina kicks out of that roll-up. And a huge knee to the face of Dakota Fall. And once again, that running kick to Dakota's face. These two are looking pretty evenly matched right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a packed card here for you this evening. Our main event is the War Machine KARNAGE taking on Miles King to see who advances in the tournament for the FLW World Championship. Not only that, our other tournament match tonight is a rematch between Mad Dog Sammons and Beau Turner. Beau Turner got Mad Dog Sammons' number last time, but we'll have to see if lightning will strike twice for Beau Turner here, as Angelina Renee takes down Dakota Fall with a series of strikes. But Beau Turner will also have to be careful because John Baker is lurking in the background. A few weeks ago, John Baker said as long as he's in the company, he will make sure that Beau Turner is not world champion because he's not ready for it. And Angelina Renee with several kicks to the back of the leg. And now these two are going to go back and forth, trading punches here. And Angelina getting the better of that exchange with that huge forearm to Dakota Fall there. Angelina Renee went to spear him off the apron, but that springboard dropkick lands flush on Angelina Renee. And the big moonsault from the corner. And Angelina Renee now elbows to the gut of Dakota Fall. Ladies and gentlemen, also on our card this evening, we also have Becca Blore taking on Max Drayton in our other intergender competition here later tonight. Not only that, we have Megan. Oh my God! Oh my God! The ref even got knocked down by Angelina Renee's offense. That's what she gets for being in the way of the action. But we also have Megan Suzuki tonight taking on Anna Simmons. So we will have to see, will Anna Simmons be able to take home an upset over the one of the number one contenders for the FLW Women's World Title? And Dakota Fall right back to business, but the referee a bit slow to count because of the damage she just took. And Dakota now right back on the offense. And that huge double rotation moonsault that's put away a lot of competitors, but Angelina Renee kicks out at one. Just at one. And Dakota setting Angelina up for something else here. Went for that DDT, but Angelina Renee not having it and going for that triangle choke. Dakota forcing Angelina to let go. And Dakota, these two seem to know the next move they're going to make. Angelina now with that springboard enziguri. This time the ref was clear of the move, so she did not get knocked down. Angelina Renee now up to the middle rope, middle turnbuckle. And Dakota Fall again with that springboard back elbow. Going up to the top rope. What's he thinking here? And a huge meteor from the top rope and that senton. Dakota getting a good measure of offense here with snapping that figure 4 leg lock on Angelina Renee. That can't have felt nice whatsoever. And a huge kick. Angelina pulling her way back up into the competition. And Dakota Fall now on the defense here as Angelina Renee pulls the match back into her favor. And Angelina now, what's she thinking of here? Over Dakota, and a huge head scissor flinging Dakota to the other side of the ring. And Dakota hitting that huge drop kick again. And went for that shooting star press, but no one was home. Angelina went for something, but Dakota was able to get out of the way. 1, 2, and Angelina kicks out at 2. Dakota Fall still having some work to do here. Angelina Renee here. The finisher that put away Maya Lynx all those weeks ago. 1, 2. And Dakota kicks out at 2. More damage needing to be done. This match is anyone's for the taking. This match can be anyone's. And Angelina Renee with that huge DDT from the middle rope. Angelina now taking the business to Dakota with a huge German suplex. Dakota now making some distance. And that huge cave-in from Dakota Fall. And Dakota now with Dakota Silence. locked in here. And Angelina working her way out of it. Dakota now. And with a huge spine buster to Dakota Fall, Angelina Renee is firmly back in control of this match. And now Dakota fighting his way back into it, rolls all the way, but Angelina is still catching him with a huge clubbing arm to the back of Dakota Fall. And Dakota now with a huge knee to the back of Angelina Renee. And going for it once again, that moonsault, but nobody home. Angelina Renee moving out of the way. Angelina Renee, Dakota on her shoulders, and just dropping him throat first on the rope. Going for that moonsault again, and gets it flush. Angelina now with that corkscrew splash. 1, 2. Oh, that was close. Angelina Renee nearly had that match won, but Dakota Fall still having plenty of fight left in him. And Dakota Fall trying to fight his way back into the match here. And a huge Spanish fly from Dakota Fall to Angelina Renee. Went for that drop kick, but Angelina moved out of the way just in time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am being informed that Piper Goodish and Zeke Salazar both are in the arena tonight. While they might make an appearance, they must be here to see how the tournament plays out, who their probable opponents might be ahead of their semifinal match next week. Because remember, the winners of this week's tournament matches will face each other next week in the semifinal, and Zeke Salazar will take on Piper Goodish as she lands that corkscrew splash one more time, 2, and Dakota Fall one more time, kicking out. But Piper Goodish and Zeke Salazar will face off next week in the semifinal of the tournament. Dakota now on the outside of the ring, not where he wants to be. As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, these competitors have until the count of 20 to get back into the ring before they are counted out. And Dakota now reversing the Irish whip. Dakota with a huge leg drop. Dakota catching his breath. Smart move from Dakota here. Going back into the ring. Dakota rolls away. Angelina Renee still catching him. And a huge face buster to Dakota Fall. What's Angelina thinking here? Went for a splash, but Dakota got out of the way. Angelina right back on it for that huge big boot. Dakota Fall making Angelina pay for wasting time, precious time. with that huge butterfly lung blower. Once again with that senton. Going for the pin here. 1, 2, and Angelina once again kicking out. A lot more damage is going to have to be done if Dakota Fall wants to get this match won and potentially spoil Angelina's confidence heading into Dawn of Champions. Dakota Fall calling her up to her feet and hits that drop kick one more time. And Dakota now pulling Angelina to the ropes here. Going for that reverse Bronco Buster. Going up to the top rope one more time. What's Dakota thinking here? And the oblivion from Dakota Fall. Dakota Fall calling her up to her feet. Once again, locking in Dakota Silence. And once again, Angelina Renee getting out of it. And with that huge senton. Angelina Renee once again looks like she's wasting time pandering to the crowd. Because once again, it gave Dakota time to recover. And that huge spinning heel kick. And with those heels Angelina Renee wears, definitely doing some damage. 1, 2, 3. And Angelina Renee picks up the victory. Valiant effort by Dakota Fall here tonight, but ladies and gentlemen, Angelina Renee is your winner here. She will meet Megan Suzuki at Dawn of Champions for the first ever Women's World Championship match.
Hands are shaking still, trying to hold it down. Chaos starts to spell, just hoping we all drown. You'll try to take this to your grave, no matter who's lost along the way. So cold out on this path you crave, but I tell you one truth that you can't escape. Behind every choice you make, I'll be there waiting for you till I know that you're down and under. Hey, what is it gonna take for you just to walk away? I'll be there waiting for you till I know that you're down and under. Try and take my ground, won't be gone until I know that safe and sound. You'll try to take this to your grave, no matter who's lost along the way. So cold out on this path you crave. I want to believe that people can change, but what if I'm wrong and the story remains the same? One truth that you can't escape, behind every choice you make, I'll be there waiting for you till I know that you're down and under. One truth that you can't escape, behind every choice you make, I'll be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fully Loaded Wrestling. And here we've got a hard-hitting match about to begin here. We have Damian Cross making his entrance. Currently, Damian Cross here is currently 1-1 in competition, in singles competition here in FLW. His win coming from a couple of weeks ago when he defeated Alexis Danders, albeit due to distraction from Dakota Fall. Damian Cross did pick up the victory over Alexis Danders. To him, the wins are all that matter. So he will be looking to add another win under his belt. But his opponent here tonight is no one to be sleeping on. No one whatsoever. Once again, there goes FLW's pyro budget. We really need to talk to our talent about that. Either which way, we are in for a treat here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the debut as well. The debut of the Blackheart, Zach Knight. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Zach Knight, the Blackheart, hailing from Moscow, Russia. No matter his opponent, he is not known to be a forgiving opponent, competitor. He is relentless when it comes to trying to win a match. He will do whatever it takes, even if that means leaving you broken in that ring. So if you are ahead of him, if you are across the ring from him, you better hope that you are the one who's surviving against him. Once again, Zach Knight making his FLW debut here tonight. And you can hear the crowd sharing their opinion about Zach Knight here. And Zach Knight basking in the boos of the crowd. He does not care what the crowd thinks of him. All he cares about is breaking bones and breaking bodies and picking up points. And the match is underway. And Zach Knight already on the offensive against Damian Cross here. And a huge stomps from Zach Knight to Damian Cross. Once again, like I was saying, Zach is relentless. He is not a merciful competitor in the ring. Went for what looked like a drop kick, but Damian Cross moving out of the way, going for the pin early. And Zach not having that. Walking up with Damian Cross here. And Damian pushing Zach to the corner. The ref doing her job trying to break it apart. And Zach with a low kick to Damian Cross. And once again locking up. And once again Damian pushing Zach back to the corner. If Zach's going to go head to head with Damien here, he's going to have to play something other than the power game, but here's something. Zach actually pushing back against Damien. And Damien now going for a springboard forearm and lands flush and got that senton in completely. Damien wanting to pick up the victory over the new debut here. And Zach reversing that Irish whip, tossing him outside to the apron. And what's Zach looking for here? And a DDT on the apron. Just a reminder, the apron is the hardest part of the ring here, ladies and gentlemen. And several punches to the face. Once again, Zach Knight is relentless. He is brutal. He does not care what it takes to get the victory as long as he gets the victory. And a huge elbow drop to the upper body of Damian Cross here, ladies and gentlemen. And a huge springboard shooting star press from inside the ring to the outside. And just, snapping the arm. Snapping back the arm. Zach throwing Damien back into the ring. He can only win the match inside the ring. And Zach now with a huge twisting cutter. What's Zach looking for here? Whatever he was looking for, Damien had it scouted. Ladies and gentlemen, we have such a packed card here. We had an amazing opening match between Angelina, Renee, and Dakota Fall. We have an amazing second match here going on. But let's not forget, we have Amber Young in action tonight, taking on the recently debuted Olivia Ryan. And then not only that, we also have Megan Suzuki taking on Anna Simmons. And let's not forget about our two tournament matches here tonight. Beau Turner versus Mad Dog Sammons, and KARNAGE taking on Miles King in our main event. And Zach Knight with a huge lariat to Damian Cross here. And Zach locking into submission. Damien trying to fight his way back into the match. But Zach not having any of it whatsoever. And Zach calling for something here. And with that huge forearm to the back of Damian Cross's head. And what's going for the faith breaker. The no light remains is what he calls that. No light remains. And Damian Cross fighting his way back into the match. And hit that huge big boot there. What's Zach Knight thinking of here? Damien on his shoulders and planting him into the mat. And a huge moonsault from Zach Knight here. 1, 2, and Damien kicks out at 2. Zach Knight, once again, showing that he is not a competitor to be taken lightly. Anything that Damian Cross throws at him, he's mostly been able to have an answer for, and a huge forearm to the back of the neck of Damian Cross. And Zach now with a huge shotgun dropkick to Damian Cross and a cannonball to the corner. Damian Cross once again trying to find his way back into this match. Calling him up to his feet. And once again, hitting the end of days. That's what ended Alexis Danvers in his last match, 2. And Zach Knight kicking out at 2. You can hear the crowd here thoroughly enjoying this matchup here. And now, back body drop on the apron, the hardest part of the ring. And just dropping Zach Knight on the barricade. And throwing him into the steps. Damian Cross has had enough of Zach Knight already. And Damian now, what's he thinking? And just slamming Zach into the mat. What's Damian looking for here? Once again, going for that end of days. This might have to be it. 1, 2, and Zach once again kicking out. All he cares about is the win. And he's trying to get that win. And Damian with a huge crossbody. Definitely finding his groove in this match at this point. And just a stomp. And a huge, once again, the DDT onto the apron of the ring. And going for the no light remains on the outside of the ring. Back into the ring now. Went for a knee to the head of Damian Cross, but Damian Cross got out of the way there. Damian Cross with an inverted DDT to Zach Knight here. Damian went for a huge elbow drop, but Knight moved out of the way, and once again being planted into the mat. And just pulling that figure 4 brutally. Not again, all he cares about breaking bodies and breaking bones. And here it comes, the dead of night. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and a near fall for Zach Knight. And hits a huge springboard moonsault. Going for the pin again. 1, 2, and again Damian Cross kicking out. If you're Zach Knight, you've got to be wondering what does it take to put this man away. Going to the top rope. And that huge forearm once again finding its mark. What's Zach Knight thinking of here? And a huge basement clothesline from Zach Knight there. And doing more damage to the arm. And whatever Zach was going for there, it was scouted by Damien, but a huge knee. A huge knee. And the Colt Buster to Damian Cross. And going for the pin. Going for the pin here. 1, 2, 3. The Colt Buster gets the win for Zach Knight in his debut in FLW. Congratulations to Zach Knight for winning your debut here in FLW. An impressive showing by both gentlemen, but Zach Knight is the one that walks away with the victory. He has a bright future ahead.
Next week on U62, he's back. And this time, he's mad. Gandhi 2. No more Mr. Passive Resistance. He's out to kick some butt. This is one bad mother you don't want to mess with.
Don't move, lame body.
He's a one-man wrecking crew. But he also knows how to party.
Give me a steak, medium rare.
Hey, Baldy!
There is only one law. His law. Gandhi 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FLW. Fully Loaded Wrestling. I'm sorry. But here we have our next match getting ready to start. We have Megan Suzuki making her entrance. She had strong words for Angelina Renee last week ahead of their FLW Women's World Championship match at Dawn of Champions. Megan Suzuki, in order to get this opportunity against Angelina Renee, well, Megan Suzuki unfortunately failed to defeat Maya Lynx initially and got knocked out of the tournament round 1, but because of Samantha Salazar getting injured and having to be replaced in the tournament, Megan Suzuki was able to get a second chance in the Second Chance Women's Gauntlet and ran the entire gauntlet to get herself back into the tournament once again to face Maya Lynx. And Maya Lynx came out right after, trying to get an easy victory after Megan had just been through a grueling match, and Megan was still able to prevail over Maya Lynx in order to get this shot at Angelina Renee. But right now, staring her in the face, we have Anna Simmons in the way of Megan Suzuki. Anna Simmons made her debut a few weeks ago, and while she doesn't have the best track record right now, the fans absolutely love Anna Simmons. A big fan of rock music and very full of energy. Anna Simmons rocking her way to the ring, and I did not say walking, I said rocking her way to the ring, as you can see right here. But facing Megan Suzuki, not an easy task. Anna Simmons has a tall task ahead of her trying to take down the Joshi Punk. And we're about to see how that's going to shake up. And here we go. And Anna Simmons already on the offensive here. That huge forearm to the head of Megan and a huge elbow drop. Anna Simmons already trying to make a big name, but Megan shutting her down quickly. And Anna trying to stop Megan in her tracks, but gets an enziguri for her troubles. And Megan now trying to decide what to do with Anna Simmons here. But Anna with a monkey flip to Megan Suzuki here. Kick to the back. And Megan Suzuki now lining her up. A huge knee to the face of Anna Simmons there. Megan now, a huge drop kick to the side. And a huge drop kick from Megan Suzuki there. Megan Suzuki, like I said, had strong words for Angelina Renee last week, trying to pretty much downplay Angelina Renee's success here in the FLW and saying that she's been like a spoiled princess that believes she's already been handed the title when that hasn't even happened just yet. And that she's going to be the one to dash Angelina's title aspirations before they even start. And Anna now with a huge Samoan drop to Megan Suzuki. Anna hyping up the crowd here. Uh-oh. And a huge kick to the back of the head of Anna. And a huge knee to the side of Megan Suzuki's face. These two are going at it. I would not be surprised if they leave it all out in the ring. And just crushing the knees. And Anna with a huge clubbing blow knocking Megan down. Megan fighting her way back into this match here. And a huge drop kick from Megan Suzuki here. And the double knees to the stomach of Anna Simmons. But Anna with the double super kick going for the pin here. One, and only a one for Anna Simmons. Anna, what's she thinking of here? Big splash to the back of Megan Suzuki and a huge drop kick. Not knocking her down though. And a huge BFT from Megan Suzuki here. Megan Suzuki pulling Anna to the turnbuckle and a huge body slam. Now with Megan going up to the top rope. And went for the eclipse, but Anna had it scouted. giving Megan a clothesline for her troubles. And Megan now. Huge big boot to the face of Megan Suzuki. Anna once again hyping up the crowd, hyping up herself. Went for a clothesline. Megan ducks under it and gives a boot to the gut. And a huge kick to the face of Anna Simmons there. Megan quickly showing why she's a dangerous person to be in the ring with. Now Megan Suzuki going up to the middle rope here. Went for the double knees. Didn't get there, but got all of that in. Bouncing off the ropes. A huge senton from Megan Suzuki. And Anna went for a clothesline. Megan got out of the way. Irish whip to the ropes, going under. And hits a huge thrust kick. And a huge knee to the gut of Anna Simmons. 1, 2, and Anna kicks out at 2. Anna calling her back up. And slamming her down into the mat with that arm bar. Megan, huge knee to the face. What's Megan thinking of here? Oh, I think someone was just busted open. I think Anna was just busted open. And Megan, is she going for it again? And she gets all of it. She gets that eclipse in. Going for the pin here. 1, 2. Oh, Anna Simmons keeping herself in this match. And now Megan Suzuki, what's she looking for here? And went for a drop kick to the side of the head, but Anna getting out of the way there. Huge drop kick from Anna Simmons. Drops Megan Suzuki. Anna now with a huge big boot. Going for the pin here. 1. And just a kick out at 1. And Anna now. Huge DDT. Going for the pin. If she wins, this would be a huge upset. 1, 2. And Megan kicks out at 2. Showing why she's again, her resiliency that got her to this point. And a huge drop kick to the bottom of the corner. Megan now fighting out of Anna Simmons' grip. And went for that huge enziguri, not getting all of it. And now back to the rope and a huge body splash. And then huge enziguri. And went for that clothesline, not getting all of it. Megan Suzuki able to take advantage, but Anna right back on top. Taking her to the corner once again. And Anna just stomping away on Megan Suzuki in the corner, trying to get the match back into her favor. 1, 2, and Megan once again kicks out at 2. And Anna now rolling senton. You can see the damage that the match has taken on Anna Simmons with the blood on her face there. now dropping and making Megan Suzuki bleed. And a huge kick to the side of the head. Dragging Anna back to the corner here. Huge body slam. Going back up to the top rope. Is she looking for it again? And once again hits the Eclipse. Going for the pin again. 1, 2, 3. Megan Suzuki getting a huge win over a very game Anna Simmons. But unfortunately, Anna just not having enough to take down the Joshi Punk. And the Joshi Punk showing exactly why she's going on to face Angelina for the FLW Women's World Championship here at Dawn of Champions here in a few weeks. Congratulations, Megan Suzuki. Well, we are back here with FLW Fully Loaded Wrestling. And now we have our second intergender competition of the evening. We have Becca Bloor making her entrance here, and she's going to be taking on Max Drayton. Both competitors have been a staple here in FLW, but Becca does have a bit of a better record than what Max Drayton does. Max Drayton has a bit of an even record. I do believe Becca has maybe only one boss here in FLW. We'll see if she's able to keep her momentum rolling into the challenge that was made by Piper, and subsequently the ante has been upped by Becca herself. Becca will have to have eyes in the back of her head during this match, because attacking Piper Salazar last week, not a good idea, because Piper Salazar is unpredictable. But now we have the entrance of Max Drayton being made here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Drayton's sporting the Havoc Pro t-shirt. Havoc Pro, the home of anything and everything extreme in this sphere. A couple of events that they have coming up is Dakota Fall's Big Gay Brunch and Emo Fight. So shout out to Havoc Pro. Here you have Becca Bloor, and you have Max Drayton. And here we go. And Max Drayton automatically with a super kick to Becca Bloor. And a huge handspring head scissors, and a huge rolling senton, Rebecca pushing Max off of her. Rebecca starting to take control of the match. She wants to stay in control of this match. She doesn't want anything else going wrong for her. Becca now on the big offense here. But like I said, Becca's going to need to have eyes in the back of her head attacking Piper Salazar after match, not a great idea. Especially since Piper is the more unpredictable of the Salazar family. And just stomping away at Max Drayton. And now Max Drayton here getting the match back into his favor. What could he be looking for here? And a huge poison Rana. Max Drayton has Becca right where he wants her, putting her on the top rope into the Tree of Woe position. And just, what's he looking for here? And a huge stomp to Becca Bloor. Drayton calling her up to her feet, but wasting valuable time, and Becca taking advantage of it. And a huge Kamigoye to Becca Bloor. And Max Drayton having this match firmly back in his grasp. And Max Drayton now trying to do something, but Becca not having it, going for a roll up here and a kick out automatically. And Becca going for that code red. And what's Becca looking for here? Going for the twist of fate. Hits the twist of fate, gets it flush. 1, 2. And kicks out. He kicks out. And went for a drop kick, but Max Drayton moved out of the way and made Becca pay for her high-risk maneuver. And Max Drayton went for that Dragon Rana again. But Becca reverses it into a powerbomb. Becca now on the defense, and that huge spinning back fist just knocking her clean out. And Max Drayton now hoisting Becca up, but Becca ducking behind him and hitting huge chop block to his knee. And a huge dropkick to Max Drayton. Drayton now pulling himself up by the ropes, and just Becca wrenching on the ropes there, and just kicking Max Drayton. But Max Drayton fighting his way out of the corner there. And Max now, what's he looking for here? Huge buster there. Went for something. Rebecca had it scouted. What's she looking for here? Irish hook to the ropes. Ducks under. And just walking all over Max Drayton. Just disrespectful. And a huge dropkick to Max Drayton. And Becca looking for the spear. Gets the spear flush. 1, 2, And Max Drayton kicks out at 2. But that should not be the end of it just yet. And Becca went for something, but Max Drayton with a standing moonsault. And once again, went for the Kamigoye, but Becca had it scouted. Hesitated there. Max Drayton takes advantage. 1. And it looks like Becca kicked out at 1. A huge dropkick to the back of Becca Bloor. Max Drayton. A huge Meteora to Becca Bloor there. And a huge clothesline from Max Drayton there. Max Drayton pulling the match back into his favor here. And once again, hits that Kamigoye. 1, 2, and ooh, that was a really close near fall. Max Drayton nearly had it won, but Becca still has at least enough left in the tank to go on a bit longer. Will that come back to bite Drayton in the behind later? We'll just have to wait to see. Right now, Becca's still in the match. Hitting that huge Hurricanrana. Went for that senton, but it was too far from Becca to really even connect it. And the ref in the way again. She needs to be careful or she'll get hit like she did with Angelina Renee earlier. And Becca trying to fight her way back into the match, but Max Drayton firmly in control of this match with that drop kick. And ladies and gentlemen, going for that swanton. What? Wait a second. What? That's, like I said earlier, Piper always looking the unpredictable one. But Becca needs to focus on her match. She needs to focus on Max Drayton here. She needs to focus on Max Drayton. Don't focus on Piper, not yet at least. And Max Drayton catching her. And a Kamigoye. And it's looking like he's going for another one. Kamigoye, just a good measure. 1, 2, 3, and Max Drayton picks up the win. Max Drayton picks up the win over Becca Bloor thanks to the assistance of Piper Salazar. This cannot be good for tensions between the two. Things are just going to get worse.
You hear the people singing the song of angry men. It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? Beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? Then join in the fight that will give you the right to be free. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? It is the music of the people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. Will you give all you can give so that our banner may advance? Some will fall and some will live. Will you
Oh my God! Alan Wagner issuing that challenge earlier tonight, getting absolutely attacked by Wade Ilson here. Alan Wagner not going down without a fight. A huge clothesline. Oh my God. It's dangerous in the backstage area. It's dangerous to go alone. They need to take something. And a huge neck breaker from Alan Wagner there. And just Wade Ilson fighting back. And atomic drop. And a huge backbreaker. Double knee backbreaker from Wade Ilson. Someone get security. Someone stop these two. Just throwing Alan into the wall. Oh my God. But Alan, once again, hitting that huge clothesline. And Alan, what's he looking at here? Throwing him into the railing. And Wade Ilson fighting back. So is Alan. Once again, that huge lariat. And oh my goodness, you can just hear the grate with every slam that goes into it. And just, oh my goodness. Those grades cannot be good for the body. Those grades cannot be good for the body whatsoever. And now what's Alan doing here? What's Alan thinking of? And Wade, what are we thinking here? Oh, just trying to, what's he trying to do here? What the hell is he trying to do here? Wade, what are you doing? Got him into powerbomb position. No, Wade, don't. No. Oh! Right in the spotlight. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw Wade Ilson just completely annihilate Alan Wagner. Oh my goodness. Well, we will have medical updates over the next week, but it's looking like Wade Ilson did not take kindly to what Alan Wagner had to say earlier in the evening. But for right now, we move on to our next match. That next match is our first tournament match of the evening. Beau Turner taking on this man right here, Mad Dog Sammons, a rematch from a few weeks ago from Beau Turner's debut here in FLW. Well, no, return match here in FLW. You gotta wonder, Beau Turner already having a win over Mad Dog. Is he going to think that it's going to be easy this second time around? Because it definitely was not easy the first time. It's not going to be easier this time either. Beau Turner making his entrance here this evening. Beau Turner currently embroiled in a rivalry with John Baker. especially with this match, I would keep anything in mind if I were Beau Turner, because John Baker swore that Beau Turner would not be world champion as long as he was in the company, because he is not ready for it, quote. And Beau Turner taking his time here. And here we have it. Mad Dog Sammons, Beau Turner. Let's get this match started. And Mad Dog and Beau already running into the action. Mad Dog learning from his past mistakes against Beau Turner, calling him constantly Beau Timmy Turner, a reference to the cartoon show Fairly Odd Parents. Mad Dog not liking how Beau Turner is carrying himself, as Beau Turner hits a huge move on Mad Dog. And Mad Dog now, huge leg drop coming from behind. 1, 2, the kick out at 2. And Mad Dog, the victim of a final flash knee. And Beau now just picking him up like he's nothing. And a huge, just gorilla press slam. Beau Turner just once again just dominating this match against Mad Dog Sammons here, going for the pin, not even getting a count. The ref was a bit slow getting to the count here. And once again we are seeing a back body drop on the apron of the ring, which is the hardest part of the ring. And Mad Dog rolling back into the ring, catching his breath a bit, going for a springboard crossbody, but Beau Turner moving out of the way. And ooh. And Beau now rolling him back into the ring. Rolling back in himself. Huge DDT. Huge running DDT from Mad Dog Sammons there. And just stomping away on Beau Turner. And a huge springboard moonsault from Mad Dog, and he's getting pumped. And dropping Beau chest first, onto the ropes. And a huge brain buster. And a huge knee from Beau Turner there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on our 5th match of the evening, which means we still have 3 matches here left to go. One of those matches is our main event this evening. That is KARNAGE, the War Machine, taking on Miles King in our main event for our other tournament spot here this evening. And not only that, as Beau Turner making his intentions known here. We also have D'Angelo Smart taking on Kyle Young. And then even beyond that, we have Amber Young taking on Olivia Ryan. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because we still have a stacked card here this evening. As Beau Turner with a huge moonsault, but a kick out from Mad Dog. And a huge basement clothesline from Beau Turner drops Mad Dog, but the ref was just standing around. And that huge straight jacket clothesline. 1, 2. And Beau Turner just taking back control of this match. And a huge knee. The notes, I've just been handed notes. The hammerlock lariat that was just used, he calls the Shadow Slicer 9000. And Beau Turner, once again, just stomping on the hand of Mad Dog. And just 1A, 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 1A. And getting thrown back into the ring by Beau Turner here. Beau Turner calling him up to his feet. And a Mad Dog saw it coming, hitting that huge super kick, dropping Beau. And Mad Dog hitting that huge neck breaker. 1, 2. Oh, not even a 2, just a 1. And stomping on the arm. And again, stomping on the arm of Beau Turner. And it's smart. Stop the arm injure the arm, go after the arm, damage the arm, and he can't use that Shadow Slicer. Mad Dog hitting a huge neck breaker. And once again stomping away on Beau Turner. And a huge spine buster right into the pin. 1. Still just a 1. Gotta do a bit more damage than that. And a huge knee to the side of Beau Turner's head. Mad Dog here. What's he looking for? Calling him up to his feet. And a huge senton into the standing Beau Turner. Went for that single leg drop kick, but too far away, dropping him to the ropes. And neck breaker on the ropes. Mad Dog getting back into the ring here. Mad Dog, what's he looking for here? Calling him up to his feet. Picking him up, but Beau Turner dropping down behind him. Going for that huge moonsault and lands all of it flush. And just the knees to the side of the head of Mad Dog Sammons. And I do believe that looks like that busted Mad Dog open. And a huge, going for the pin here. 1. Now either my eyes are deceiving me, or I also saw blood on Beau Turner. I would need to see a bit closer. Oh no, he's bleeding. Both men are now currently bleeding. And Mad Dog here going for the vertebraker. That move is dangerous in and of itself. Went for that senton, but no one close enough to take it. Mad Dog went for something, and that huge final flash knee once again. 1A, 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 1A. That huge moonsault once again. And Beau hitting that spear one more time in that corner. And Mad Dog hitting that huge brain buster. That pile driver. 1, 2, and Beau kicks out at 2. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is to see who goes on to face the winner of tonight's main event next week in the semifinals for the FLW World Championship. And a huge kick. You can see the toll this match has taken on both gentlemen here. And a huge Panama Sunrise from Mad Dog Sammons. And Mad Dog not being able to keep the grip on Beau Turner. Beau Turner missed with that lariat. Oh no, now he's bleeding. Now Beau Turner is bleeding. And a huge kick. 1, 2. This has been a great match, but look, it's John Baker. John Baker, like I said, he's not doing anything, just taking Beau's eye off the ball. He's told Beau that he's not going to be world champion as long as he's around. And Beau just knocking him off the apron, but Mad Dog hitting that pile driver once again. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Mad Dog goes on. Mad Dog is going on to face the winner of tonight's main event in the semifinals of the World Championship Tournament. Congratulations, Mad Dog. But be careful, John Baker. You now have a bigger target on your back from Beau Turner, I would assume. And oh my God! Angelina Renee attacking Megan Suzuki. Both of them just had a match earlier here tonight. Angelina Renee just not having taken kindly to what Megan Suzuki said last week. And Angelina Renee just tossing Megan into that car there, Oh my goodness. Megan Suzuki just got finished patching up. And it looks like she's already bleeding again. Angelina Renee trying to get an upper hand or just taking out her anger on Megan Suzuki here. But Megan Suzuki trying to fight back here. Not being a fan of having been attacked from behind by Angelina. And Megan now picking Angelina back up. And a huge knee to the face of Angelina Renee. And Angelina, oh my goodness, a kick to a heel to the back of the head. And just several gut punches to Megan Suzuki. Again, Angelina Renee doesn't look happy with what Megan Suzuki said last week. And just dropping her on the car. Trying to do as much damage as possible. And it's looking like she's succeeding here. Trying to take out the competition before the pay-per-view. And what are you doing? No. Angelina, don't. Oh, no. Angelina, it looks like she's still not done. But Megan catching her. And just fighting back with all that she has. Megan warned Angelina Renee last week that she's not going to be someone who's taken lightly and just throws her into the car. And oh no. And Megan Suzuki doing her own type of damage. And just, again, throwing her into the car. And Megan Suzuki, what's she looking for here? And that huge spin kick. That looks like it's it for Angelina Renee, even though she attacked from behind.
I told you so, Beau. I told you, as long as I am here, and as long as you are on my radar, you're not becoming the world champ. You aren't ready. If anyone here is ready, it's me. I'm more ready than the entire tournament lineup. I'm more ready than you. And when the time is right, I'm gonna make sure you don't see the light of day again. There's a reason why I was willing to fight back. It's because even though I am 5'6" and 205, you're not gonna push me around. And that's because I have faced talent from all over the world. I have faced the toughest, the biggest, the strongest, and I've beaten just about everybody I've ever fought. Think about all of your GOATs. Think about your idols. Who are people that you admire? I've probably beaten them down. I've probably beat them in that ring. So for someone like you to think that I'm some sort of pushover, no more. This whole underdog story that people like to label me with, it's over. Fuck that. Because I, the inspiration of a nation, will do more than just inspire. I'm gonna make sure you don't walk out the same man again. I do not plan on laying down for that 3 count. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna put you to sleep. I'm gonna prove to the world that you are the one that is not ready for the bright lights. That you are not ready for the glory, the big paychecks, and everything that comes with it, all the responsibilities that comes with being a megastar. I'm not a megastar myself, but I already feel the effects. That is why I did what I did. To save you from that life. Because as nice as it is, it can be very stressful. And I just don't think you can handle it. So take this as me saving you from your own self-inflicted demise.
Well, strong words from John Baker there right after he cost Beau Turner his tournament match there. John Baker just about finished letting other people determine how he's viewed, stating that he's no longer being the underdog, that he's taking what's his, that he's what's rightfully his. But we will have to wait and see who he will have to try and take it from. But for now, we have Amber Young making her entrance. She is set to face Olivia Ryan here this evening. Amber Young, last time we saw her, was in that second chance gauntlet match a few weeks ago. But Julia Santos made her FLW debut and her return to wrestling, costing Amber Young that spot, that second chance match. So we will just have to wait and see where Amber's head is at. You see Amber Young mentally preparing herself. Last week, Olivia Ryan made her debut against Piper Salazar and took Piper Salazar to the absolute limit. Nearly defeated her a couple of different times. If that doesn't show you the amount of potential that Olivia Ryan has here, then I don't know what to tell you. Olivia Ryan, already a fan favorite amongst people. Ladies and gentlemen, this just in, I am being told that our owner, that our GM, Victoria, that our manager, Victoria, has made it official. She has made it official that John Baker and Beau Turner will go head-to-head at Dawn of Champions. It will be a one-on-one match where they will be able to finally settle their differences inside of the ring. Our general manager, Victoria Parker, has just made it official. So we will just have to wait and see how that will play out. But that is just our second confirmed match for Dawn of Champions. Although with how things are shaping up, no, that is a third confirmed match because we already know that Piper Salazar and Becca Blower will be going head to head as well. And Olivia Ryan taking the fight to Amber Young here. One. And kick out of one. And Olivia Ryan once again showing her absolute willingness to do just about anything to get the win here. Taking the fight to Amber Young, the merciless assassin. Beating her is not an easy task, but she's definitely making it seem like it might be. But Amber Young back on the offense. And a huge running leg lariat to the corner. We are receiving word that Angelina Renee and Megan Suzuki are being kept apart until the pay-per-view. They will not be in the same areas of the arena due to what just happened a few minutes ago. Angelina Renee just attacking Megan Suzuki from behind, but Megan Suzuki again was able to overcome that and keep going. And Amber Young with a huge super kick to Olivia Ryan. And it went for that single leg drop kick, but Olivia Ryan moved out of the way, and a huge forearm to the back of the head of Olivia Ryan. Olivia Ryan now. Amber Young catching her breath on the inside of the ring here. And Amber Young just dropping Olivia Ryan. And a huge punt kick from Amber Young to Olivia Ryan, only getting a 2 count, but I do believe that Olivia is bleeding here. I do believe Olivia is bleeding. And Amber Young went for that huge heel kick to the back of the head, but not missing, but it was scouted by Olivia. And the two now trading blows here. And Olivia Ryan with the blow, back with Amber Young, back with Olivia. And Olivia getting the upper hand a bit here. And the fans are just eating this up. The fans are just eating this up here. And who's going to take the advantage here? And these two just giving us a hockey fight here, ladies and gentlemen. And 1, 2. And a kick out at 2. And you can see Olivia Ryan bleeding from her forehead here. Knocking Amber down with that huge move. And going for a sleeper hold, a choke hold, but Amber fighting her way out of it. And now Amber, what's she looking for here? And a huge driver into the mat. Olivia Ryan in dire straits here. And that huge knee. 1, 2. Amber Young trying to put down Olivia Ryan. Not an easy task. Amber Young with that huge drop kick. And the powerbomb, final flash knee. And Amber going up to the top rope. And a huge double axe handle. Going for the pin. 1, 2. And Olivia Ryan kicks out at 2. That huge knee that we saw earlier, the notes guy is telling me that she calls that the DC trigger. And with Olivia Ryan with the hammerlock DDT, 1, 2, and Amber Young kicking out at 2. Amber now being hoisted up by Olivia, and a huge powerbomb from Olivia. And now Olivia hits that huge torpedo. 1, 2, and Amber manages to kick out at 2. Amber now, huge Saito suplex here. And Amber Young here, what's she looking for? Oh no, oh no. And Olivia Ryan has to tap out. Olivia Ryan has to tap out to the fade to tragedy. Amber Young wins her match here this evening.
The last time you saw me was on FLW episode 11, 2 weeks ago, as the Merciless Assassin was competing in a second chance FLW Women's Championship Gauntlet match. And unfortunately, I didn't come out as the victor because someone attacked me from behind outside of the ring while the referee wasn't paying attention. And that person who cost me an opportunity to get some gold was a certain individual who goes by the name of Julia Santos. On the last episode of FLW, she got the victory in her debut match and never explained why she did what she did. And that really pissed me off, to tell you the truth. So I decided to make a call to the general manager and ask her to give me a match against Julia Santos. But not just any match. I want a goddamn underground match between us.
What?
And the only thing that needs to happen is for my opponent to agree to this match, so the GM can approve of it.
Oh my god. An underground match? An underground match between Julia Santos and Amber Young? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word that it's not an agreement that needs to be made. It's already official. I'm getting word that Julia Santos versus Amber Young is official, and it is an underground match. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Well, here we have D'Angelo Smart, who made his debut last week in a fantastic match against John Baker, but unfortunately on the losing end. Taking on the returning Kyle Young. Both these men are formidable, and it's not the first time they've met, but it has been a while. And both these men, I would be surprised if they haven't grown since their last meeting. And here he is. And Kyle Young, his last victory here in FLW was a few weeks ago when he pulled a victory over Beau Turner. And ladies and gentlemen, it has already been one fantastic evening of competition. And here we go, D'Angelo and Kyle Young getting started here. D'Angelo on the defensive already here. And just Kyle Young, he wants to win. There seems to be a respect between these two, but both men want to win. Kyle might want it more. We'll just have to wait and find out, see who wants it more. Kyle Young wasting a bit of time here, and D'Angelo being able to take advantage of that. D'Angelo went for that moonsault, but Kyle got out of the way. D'Angelo with his triple suplex and plants Kyle Young on the mat. D'Angelo now D'Angelo going for the cover. 1, 2. Kyle Young kicks out. And Kyle Young now. These two competitors seem to know each other well. Inverted DDT from D'Angelo Smart here. D'Angelo, what's he looking for here? And a huge fist. 1, 2. And D'Angelo Smart taking over this match, getting himself pumped up. And these two going back and forth, trading blows. And just both of them going back and forth here. Are going to get another hockey. No, we are not getting another hockey fight. Kyle Young getting the better of that exchange with that ripcord lariat. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. D'Angelo not looking to put another loss on his record, but neither is Kyle Young. And a huge drop kick to the outside of the ring to D'Angelo. Huge crossbody to D'Angelo there. And went for the elbow drop, but Angelo moved out of the way, hitting that knee to the side of the head. And, ooh. And again, going for that huge knee to the side of the head of Kyle Young. He throws Kyle Young back into the ring. What's D'Angelo looking for here? Huge springboard moonsault from D'Angelo here. And once again, D'Angelo just with the mocking kicks to Kyle Young. Kyle not happy about that. Goes for that huge lariat. Calling him up to his feet, going back, going with several strikes, and then the ripcord knee strike going in for the pin. 1, 2, and D'Angelo kicks out at 2. And D'Angelo now, what's he looking for here? And he went for a huge drop kick, but D'Angelo just stomping away on Kyle Young there. And D'Angelo now, that heavy cutter there. The DRS cutter is what he calls that. He calls out the DRS cutter. And it's looking like the 3 suplexes from Salem. 3 suplexes from Salem. And it hits all 3, going for the pin here. 1, 2. Kyle Young kicks out at 2. And going once again, DRS driver. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and oh my goodness. What is Kyle Young made of here, ladies and gentlemen? We might never know. And a huge body splash from D'Angelo to Kyle Young and punches to the side of the head. huge shoulder tackle. And D'Angelo Smart, match fully in his favor here. And 1, 2, kicks out at 2. And a huge lariat from Kyle Young. 1, 2. Kyle Young laying it all out on the line here. And I do believe Kyle Young's bleeding. I do believe Kyle Young is bleeding at this point, and D'Angelo on a roll here. And Kyle Young with that driver. And Kyle Young has the match back in his favor. And Kyle now. Huge knee from D'Angelo. And a huge shoulder tackle from the outside. And down goes Kyle Young. And a huge Meteora. What's he looking for here? And just punches to the side of the head. And, oh no, oh my goodness. Just stomping, just dropping on the arm. And a huge, the 3 suplexes from Salem. 3 suplexes from Salem. One, 2, 3. And D'Angelo Smart is your winner here, ladies and gentlemen. D'Angelo Smart is your winner here, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Hard-fought victory from him. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We still have our main event coming here up next. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for our main event of the evening. We have KARNAGE, the War Machine, taking on Miles King to see who advances in the World Heavyweight with the World Championship tournament here this evening. Whoever wins this match will go on to face Mad Dog Sammons next week to determine who will face the winner of the other semifinal match. The other semifinal match next week will be Zeke Salazar taking on Piper Goodish. Last week, our GM Victoria Parker made it clear that Zeke Salazar and KARNAGE are not to cost the other their tournament match, or else they will be replaced as well. So we are just going to have to wait and see what happens. Here we see KARNAGE making his entrance, not caring what the fans think about him. And here comes Miles King. Miles King making his entrance here this evening. The last time he was in FLW ring was actually against Zeke Salazar, and while technically he did win the match, it was because of a DQ that KARNAGE caused on his behalf, just so Zeke could have a loss on his record. Miles King and KARNAGE, no stranger to one another. No strangers to one another. But we will just have to wait and see how this plays out. Miles King making it known he's at the top of his game. Miles King And here we go. Our main event is now in action. We have Miles King already going at it. And Miles King, bound and determined to he is just very much so determined to get this win. And a huge neck breaker. Huge neck breaker. And going up to the top rope. And a huge drop kick from KARNAGE to Miles King. And a huge, just disrespectful kick to Miles King there. And Miles King won. Just a 1. And a huge suplex. And Miles King just choking KARNAGE in the corner. Went for the meteor, but KARNAGE moves out of the way. And KARNAGE, what's he looking for here? What's he looking for here? And a huge suplex to the outside. Huge suplex to the outside of the ring. And you hear the crowd, this is awesome. And KARNAGE just vaulting him away. And KARNAGE just controlling the match. Close call for Miles King. Almost hit that corner post. And KARNAGE taking a minute to catch his breath. He was, but Alabama slam from Miles King. And now Miles King and the huge lariat from KARNAGE. And Miles now taking the match back into his control. And KARNAGE not having it whatsoever. And a huge body splash. Ducks under that ladder and hits that huge clothesline. 1, 2. Kicks out at 2. Miles kicks out at 2. KARNAGE wants to get to the semifinal with wicked intent. Wicked intent. 1, 2. And Miles kicks out at 2. And KARNAGE just 1, 2, and Miles still kicking out. And KARNAGE now, what's he looking for here? And just, again, vaulting Miles King to the other side of the ring and just shoulder checking him once again. ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is our main event of the evening. We had an action-packed evening here. So much has happened that I honestly don't know if I can actually summarize it and keep everything straight. So I'm just going to focus on this match for the time being and just the huge beats to the chest here. And a huge running power slam from KARNAGE to Miles King. Both of these gentlemen are laying it on the line, and now they're going to go back and forth. Going to go back and forth here. And the two just going back and forth, trading blows. And now we've got a hockey fight on our hands. And Miles getting the better of that. And a huge 1-2. And a huge DDT. DDT on the apron. And KARNAGE being rolled back into the ring by Miles King. Miles King, what's he looking for here? What's he looking for here? And a huge punt kick from Miles King. Miles King having this match in his favor. And Miles went for that huge corkscrew splash, but no one was home. And KARNAGE was looking for something, but Miles taking back control of the match. And Miles went for a dropkick, but KARNAGE not having it. And KARNAGE rolling Miles back into the ring. Both of these men want this match so bad. Both of these men are willing to do whatever it takes to get the win over the other. And a huge... Oh my goodness. 1, 2... And a kick out at 2. And a huge brain buster. And Miles taking time to pander to the crowd. Luckily, that did not cost him. But it's not been the same for everyone all evening. And Miles now just 2, 3. The crowd just invested in this main event match. They're interested to see who's going to go on to face Mad Dog Sammons. Both of these men know Mad Dog Sammons very well. So whoever goes on to face him, it will be one hell of a match. And a huge punch to Miles King. Avalanche choke slam. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Crowd chanting one more time. And KARNAGE just trying to brutalize Miles King. And Miles currently unable to defend himself. And KARNAGE just, he wants to go on into Dawn of Champions for the title. And it's looking like he might be able to if he gets past Miles King. Miles King has a lot of catching up to do here, ladies and gentlemen. And a huge cutter from Miles King. And KARNAGE right back up and just mocking with those kicks. And a huge choke slam. 1, 2, and a huge kick out from Miles King. What's KARNAGE thinking here? KARNAGE cannot be happy that he's throwing all of his arsenal at Miles King and it's not putting him down for the count. And Miles back up to his feet. Huge body splash. Huge springboard body splash. And Miles with that huge sliced bread. 1, 2, and he kicks out. KARNAGE kicks out at 2. And KARNAGE using his weight to an advantage. 1, 2, and again kicks out at 2. Miles King kicks out at 2. This is still anybody's match. This is still anybody's match. But Miles with that STF. Is he going to tap out? KARNAGE kicks out of that submission, that STF. And KARNAGE just waiting for Miles to get back into the ring. The ref restarting the count now. And Miles trying to fight his way back into this match. And what's he looking for here? And just dropping KARNAGE's head on his knee. But KARNAGE whipping Miles to the barricade. Miles back up on his feet. What's he looking for here? And just Russian leg sweep into the barricade. And Miles now, huge ripcord knee strike. Ripcord knee strike from Miles. And KARNAGE reversing that Irish whip. And a huge body splash from KARNAGE. KARNAGE rolling Miles back into the ring and just insulting with those kicks again. And that huge double stomp from KARNAGE there. This has been such a great match so far here, ladies and gentlemen. And Miles back into the ring and a huge lariat. What's KARNAGE thinking of here? Is he catching his breath? He's giving time for Miles to get back up. Could come back to haunt him. And KARNAGE used Miles' speed against him. And both men, it looked like both men are now bleeding. And KARNAGE now putting Miles through hell. Putting Miles through hell here. But Miles fighting back. Miles, what's he thinking of here? What's Miles thinking of here? And went for that huge stomp, that meteor, but KARNAGE with that huge lariat. 1, 2. Miles refusing to say die. Refusing to quit. And Miles getting hit with that huge lariat from KARNAGE. KARNAGE looking for that wicked intent, and Miles out of the way. And that huge cutter from Miles once again. Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been going on a good while. And that huge ripcord knee strike from Miles to KARNAGE. And KARNAGE now. Both these two reversing each other. Both of these men want to go on to the semifinals and possibly to Dawn of Champions to compete for the World Championship. And just a stomp to the foot of KARNAGE. And a huge body splash, crossbody from Miles King. And Miles now, what's he looking for here? What's he looking for here? Gator roll. And a suplex. Miles better be careful. If he's not careful, showboating might cost him. And a huge hurricanrana from the corner. And KARNAGE going for the roll-up, but it's already a rope break. Way too close to the ropes. And now, just KARNAGE now. What's he going for here? What's he looking for here? Miles fighting out of it and just shoving KARNAGE off the top and hits the huge senton. And Miles with just dropping KARNAGE on his knee on the back of his neck. And a huge springboard flying forearm. What's Miles looking for here? A huge double stomp from the top turnbuckle. What? Huge driver. And knocking KARNAGE off the apron. And just stomping KARNAGE into the ground. Both, like I said, both these men want the opportunity with the sliced bread from Miles King. Both these men want the opportunity to move on to the semifinals and potentially to Dawn of Champions to compete to be the first ever FLW World Champion. And just ramming Miles into the barricade. And Miles and KARNAGE back in the ring here. And Miles King up on the top turnbuckle. What's he looking for here? Went for that cave-in from the top rope. And a huge lariat from KARNAGE, but didn't get all of it. Miles may make him pay for that. And KARNAGE now with a huge suplex. And a huge body splash. What's KARNAGE thinking of here? Picking Miles up. Miles ducking behind. Miles having KARNAGE, but KARNAGE fighting his way out of it. And a huge lariat from KARNAGE to Miles. And a huge chop. And KARNAGE, the avalanche choke slam. 1, 2, 3. KARNAGE is your victor. And KARNAGE moves on to next week to face Mad Dog Sammons in the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a spectacular evening. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And we hope to see you here next week for... Wait a second. That's Becca Bloor. And that's Becca Bloor's attacking Piper Salazar. More than likely because of what transpired earlier tonight. If everyone remembers, Piper Salazar caused Becca her match against Max Drayton, and she is not happy about it whatsoever. And Piper trying to fight back here. Piper fighting back. Piper fighting back here against Becca Bloor, just slamming her into the ground here. And Becca back on top, quite literally, I might add. And just ramming her head into Piper's. Where's security when you need it? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. There's Sam Salazar. Samantha Salazar coming to the aid of her sister. 1A. Oh my goodness. And just more times. 1A. Samantha not taking lightly to her sister being attacked from behind. And just kick to the back of Becca and just the knee to the side of the head. Samantha. Oh no. Jessica Harper coming out of nowhere with the attack to Samantha Salazar. Apparently teaming up with Becca. Becca's nowhere to be seen. Maybe she went to go find Piper, but Jessica just woman handling Samantha right now. Just woman handling Samantha right now. These two have no love lost for one another. Jessica is absolutely dismantling Samantha right now. Oh, no. And then, oh no, not the baseball bat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Come on, this bullshit again? I gotta go help them. Oh shit.
Hey, Lexi. Where you think you're going, huh?
Get out of my way, Dakota. I don't have the time for your bullshit right now.
And Dakota Wheeler stopping Alexis in her tracks. Dakota Wheeler making sure Alexis can't go help Piper and Sam. These two have been going at it for weeks now. And just, slamming her into the one, into the railing. Dakota, no, Dakota, no. Oh, God. Right into the grate. Oh, no. Alexis is busted open. Being slammed over and over into that metal grate. That harsh metal grate. Just Dakota just ramming Danvers over and over into that railing. And oh no, the railing's gone. The railing's gone, and Danvers trying to rally herself, but she's just at this point. But no! Oh God! Jessica Harper still having her way with Samantha Salazar. What's Jessica doing? Oh no, 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 no. Oh God. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself, Jessica? Oh, not another. No. Oh no. Not only is Alexis busted open, but so did Samantha. And Becca finally getting her hands back on Piper. And Becca, what? No, 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 not the hand, not the hand, not. Oh! Oh my goodness. And just Becca having her way with Piper. And just Becca just not having any mercy whatsoever. Becca picking Piper up. What's she thinking here? And just slamming her head first into the trunk of that car. Oh my goodness. All three Danvers, Sam and Piper. Oh God. Got annihilated tonight. Oh my God. Oh God.